Hello everyone. This is Johnny. Today, I'll be talking about a player whose popularity once was higher than Michael Jordan, who also was the fastest player in the NBA league, and that's Grant Hill.
Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them leaks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show.
When we talk about which player's career got seriously influenced because of the injury incident, we'll think of Penny Hardaway from the 90s. But we also need to talk about Grant Hill. Because at that period of time, his popularity was way higher than Michael Jordan. Let's get started with this player who let many fans feel unbearable and reluctant. Grant Hill was 6 feet 8 tall, weight 225 pounds. He was the third pick at the draft of 1994. At this time, the second pick was the triple-double maker, Jason Kidd. When Grant Hill was in college, he was in Duke Blue Devils. Christian Laettner was also in the team. And Laettner was the only college student in the Dream Team. In 1992, during the quarter-final, Duke faced University of Kentucky. At the last 2 seconds of the overtime, without a pause, Grant Hill passed the ball to Christian Laettner at the wing, and Christian shot the key ball. That is still a classic scene. This game is also one of the best game in the history of NCAA. The first year of Grant Hill, he got the 5x5s, the PPG of 19.9 points, 6.4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.8 steals. Detroit Pistons only had 28 wins, 54 losses at that year. But at the end of the season, Grant Hill and Jason Kidd got the Rookie of the Year award together. What's worth taking a look is that, even the records of Detroit Pistons were not that good, but this didn't reduce the fans' love for Grant Hill. The All-Star Game of 1995, which was also the first year of Grant Hill. He got into the All-Star Game with the most votes of the league. After Michael Jordan's first retirement, he didn't come back to NBA till the 19th of March, which was the end of the season. Before Michael Jordan came back, everyone was looking for his successor. Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway were both on the list. Why Grant Hill had lots of fans? The first thing is his charisma. Different from the other players' trash talk and wildness. He was more gentle and elegant. When he played, he never used dirty moves. Second of all is that, his style was comprehensive. The third is, he cut powerfully. We wouldn't say his dribble was incredible, but the defensive player just couldn't defend him. At that time, we called him the fastest man in NBA. From this point of view, we can see how powerful was his ability to cut. During the season of 1995–1996, Grant Hill's PPG had come up to 20.2 points, 9.8 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 1.3 steals. This got Detroit Pistons had 46 wins, 36 losses, and sent the team to the playoffs. At the first round, 0–3, they lost to Orlando Magic. They had Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal in the team. At the end of the season, Grant Hill got selected into the second team of All-NBA team. During the season of 1995–1996, Chicago Bulls got the amazing record of 72 wins, 10 losses. But during this season, the player who got the most votes for the All-Star team wasn't Michael Jordan but Grant Hill. From this, we can see the love and high expectations from the fans. During the season of 1996–1997, which was the best moment of Grant Hill. He had the PPG of 21.4 points, 9 rebounds, 7.3 assists, and 1.8 steals. How great was that? These days, we do have a lot of players who can play better than this, but when we think about the strength of defensive, the pass of offensive, the attempts and the PPG, etc. of the league at that time, we can know that Grant Hill was one of the best. At the end of the season, he did not only get into the first team of All-NBA team, but also got the third place of the MVP election. Second only to Karl Malone and Michael Jordan, who were also the second place and fifth place in the total career score in the history of NBA. During the playoffs, Detroit Pistons lost to Atlanta Hawks with the record of 2–3 at the first round. The two following seasons, Grant Hill's PPG maintained 21+7+6. About the playoffs, Detroit Pistons didn't get into the playoffs of 1997–1998. During the season of 1998–1999, Detroit Pistons lost to Atlanta Hawks at the first round of Eastern Conference. Even though, Grant Hill still managed to get into All-NBA team every year. On the other hand, Detroit Pistons never had the chance to play at the second round of Eastern Conference. The season of 1999–2000 was a very important timeline. First of all, Grant Hill got the PPG of 25.8 points, 6.6 rebounds, 5.2 assists. The achievement of 25.8 points was not only the third place of the league but also his best performance. Second of all, his teammate was Jerry Stackhouse, whose PPG was 23.6 points. It was the 8th place of the league. These two can get almost 50 points per game, which was very impressive. Even though, the record of the team was not pretty. This also made Grant Hill, who got injured in the middle of the season, played in every game with his injury, just wanted to get his team into the playoffs. At the end of the season, the 15th of April, when they faced Philadelphia 76ers, Grant Hill sprained his ankle, which meant he couldn't play. This injury was a very serious one. And the team finally got into the playoffs with the record of 42 wins, 40 loss. The playoffs started on the 22th of April, the opponent was Miami Heat. This time, Grant Hill once again played the game with his injury. Before the game started, he only got 1 week to rest. At the second game of the playoffs, he only stayed on the court for 21 minutes, and then he needed to leave because of his injury. This injury was not only the reason that he couldn't play the next game, but also made a serious impact on his career. In the summer of 2000, Grant Hill joined Orlando Magic. At this period of time, Tracy McGrady also joined the team. Lots of fans were looking forward to the combination of Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady. And Tracy McGrady didn't let the fans down. He had the PPG of 26.8 points during this season. And also got the Most Improved Player award at the same season. But take a look at Grant Hill, he only played 4 games at the beginning of the season. And then, never got the chance to go on the court again. Even Orlando Magic got into the playoffs, and Tracy McGrady performed the scoring show. His PPG was 33.8 points at that time. But at the end, they still lost to Milwaukee Bucks, who was led by Ray Allen with the record of 1-3. What you should know is that, even Grant Hill only played 4 games during the season. He still got selected into All-Star Game. And during the All-Star Game, the moment when he walked into the court with his stick touched all the fans. From this, we can see how popular was he at the time. The next season, which was during 2001-2002. By the lead of Tracy McGrady, Orlando Magic got into the playoffs. Grant Hill played 4 games during the last season due to the injury. This season he only played 14 games due to the same problem. He didn't even go on the court during the playoffs. At the end, Orlando Magic lost to Charlotte Hornets at the first round of Eastern Conference. At the season of 2002-2003, Tracy McGrady got his first ever scoring leader in his career. But Grant Hill only played 29 games during the season. The season of 2003-2004, Grant Hill didn't play any game. At the same season, Tracy McGrady once again got the scoring leader of the league. This season was also Tracy McGrady's last season in Orlando Magic. In the summer of 2004, he joined Houston Rockets. Grant Hill only played 47 games in the first 4 seasons in Orlando Magic. Which means that, the fans didn't really get the chance to see how good would the combination of Tracy McGrady and Grant Hill be. In fact, if you're a fan of Orlando Magic, you must felt pretty down. Because, Penny Hardaway, who was considered as Michael Jordan's successor, just like Grant Hill. He started his career in Orlando Magic, all the fans saw that how his career got influenced by his injury. And they didn't expect that the same thing would happen to Grant Hill. It was a true tragedy to both Grant Hill's and Orlando Magic's fans. During the season of 2004-2005, Grant Hill played 67 games, which was the season which he played the most in Orlando Magic. His PPG was 19.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists. What we need to know is that, he got into All-Star Game, and he was also a starter. This means the fans really supported him. But this All-Star Game was his last one in his career. During the season of 2005-2006, Grant Hill collapsed once again, he only played 21 games. He played 65 games during the season of 2006-2007, and also got the team into the playoffs, but they didn't survive the first round. In the summer of 2007, Grant Hill joined Phoenix Suns. Yes, exactly, don't you feel familiar? Because, during the career of Penny Hardaway, he joined Phoenix Suns as well. These two players do have a lot in common. He was already 35 years old when he got to the team. He didn't have the power like he used to have. But thanks to his comprehensive style and politeness, he could get along with the team perfectly. What's more important is that, because of the medical team of Phoenix Suns, Grant Hill got to play 70 games. This is the statistic that proves, this is the time where he played the most after the season of 1999–2000. The next 3 seasons, Grant Hill was like reborn. He played 82, 81, and 80 games in each season. Even though his PPG wasn't very outstanding, but it was 12.2 points, 4.9 rebounds, 2.4 assists. For a 37 to 38 years old player, we couldn't ask for more. The season of 2009–2010 was a very important one. At the first round of the playoffs, Phoenix Suns defeated Portland Trail Blazers with the record of 4–2. At the second round, they defeated brutally San Antonio Spurs with the record of 4–0. The opponent they were going to face in the Western Conference was the team which was seeking for two-time champion, Los Angeles Lakers. This was the season which Grant Hill had gone the farthest. Frankly, if they defeated Los Angeles Lakers, they would have the champion. But at the end, Los Angeles Lakers defeated Phoenix Suns with the record of 4–2. That also means Grant Hill would never get the chance to have the champion. The season of 2011–2012, Phoenix Suns didn't get into the playoffs, and it was Grant Hill's last season in the team. 2012 Grant Hill was a 40-years-old guy, and he joined Los Angeles Clippers. On 3 May 2013, the sixth game of Western Conference that Los Angeles Clippers faced Memphis Grizzlies, was the last game Grant Hill played in his career. Let's take a look back at the career of Grant Hill. The first year of his career, he got selected into All-Star Game, he got voted more than the famous Michael Jordan. And for that, it was a really incredible remark. Since the second season of his career, he got selected into All-NBA Team for 5 seasons in a row. His ability was undoubtable. In fact, the name of Grant Hill was the representation of all-round small forward. For most of the time, he was the one who organized the team, instead of the point guard. In the middle-late period of his career, he handled pretty well at the three-point line. But his Achilles heel was actually cut and perimeter shot. Especially the cut, he's unbeatable for this. He retired at the age of 40. The truth is that, he was just like Anthony Hardaway. Their best moment was before they got injured. The only difference was that, Grant Hill got injured at the age of 27/28, but it was at the age of 25/26 for Penny Hardaway. For a player's career, the one of Grant Hill was well completed. After he joined Phoenix Suns, he still managed to continue his career. What's even better is that, he got selected into the Hall of Fame in 2018. At the same time, there were Jason Kidd, who got the Rookie of the Year award the same year as he did. And Steve Nash, who was his teammate during the time at Phoenix Suns, got selected into the Hall of Fame. This kind of honor made a perfect end for Grant Hill's career. Hope there'll be more and more fans get to know him through this episode. Grant Hill, this all-round small forward, who once was more popular than Michael Jordan. Okay. All of the above is today's video. Hope you guys will like it.